Hello and welcome to this free and easy tutorial for the piano version of Champagne Problems by Taylor Swift. You can access the sheet music for this arrangement at pianoversion.org, and once you've learnt the song you can use the play along video linked above or at the end of this tutorial to practice in real time. Hit subscribe to catch all the latest piano versions as they come out, and you can request piano versions of songs that you would like to hear or learn in the comments below. Champagne Problems is in the key of C major. That means there's no sharps or flats, all white notes for this one. And it follows a 4-bar, 4-chord chord sequence throughout. So what you can do if you want to do the easy version, once I've taught you the first 4 bars, you can just play that throughout. But what I will do after teaching you those first 4 bars, I'll go through and teach you all the slight differences that there are throughout the song if you want to learn how to play the piano part exactly as it is on the track. So we start off with a C major chord. Our right hand is going to play thumb on middle C, middle finger on E, and little finger on G, while the left hand is going to have little finger on C below middle C and our thumb on G. Now the rhythmic pattern is also very similar all the way through. So our left hand, the little finger is going to hold while the thumb plays every beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's also played with pedals, so if you're confident with the pedal, hold that pedal down, 2, 3, and then of course you don't need to hold the little finger down. The right hand plays on the offbeat, so it plays on the and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that just repeats as we go rhythmically. So the first chord being the C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we move to a G major chord, so our left hand, the thumb, is going to stay on G, while the little finger moves an octave down to G there. Now if you can't play the octave, if it's too much of a stretch, then just play that thumb G there. And that thumb's going to continue pulsing on the beat. The right hand's played the C, our little finger's going to stay on the G at the top, while the index finger is now going to play a D, and our thumb is going to play B below middle C. I'm going to play the same thing rhythmically, so those first 2 bars, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we go to an A minor chord, so the right hand is going to have our middle finger on middle C, our thumb's going to play A below middle C, whilst our little finger is going to play E above middle C. And in the left hand, we're going to have our little finger on the E, so we've moved up 1 white note, and the thumb is going to play an E, so we've moved down from the G. Same rhythm, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and also with the pedal down. And then we move to an F major chord. And on the left hand, the thumb is going to move up 1 to the F. Our little finger is going to play the F below that. We're also going to play the C in between with our index finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 options. If it's difficult to add the index finger on the C, just play the octave. If it's difficult to do the octave, then just play that F at the top. The right hand is going to play index finger on C, middle C, thumb on A, and little finger on F. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Obviously with the left hand you don't have to hold those down if you're using the pedal. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Sounds exactly the same. That's the 4-bar sequence, and the intro is twice around that exact phrase. The first verse, is also twice around that exact phrase. So let's play together from the beginning. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to a G and 2 and 3, A minor, 2, 3 and 3 and 4, F, 2, and we repeat that 4-bar again, just piano, no vocal yet. And it's all played nice and soft. Okay, first verse. You booked the night train for a reason, so you could sit there in this hurt. And then we repeat again. Bustling crowds or silent sleepers, you're not sure which is worse. 2, 3, because we're into the first chorus. That's dropped your hand while dancing. So the left hand is going to stay exactly the same for the first 4 bars of this chorus. It's going to change slightly at the end, but we'll get to that in a second. The right hand's going to change, and for the first 4 bars, it's just going to play a middle C, rhythmically exactly the same. So that goes 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So the only thing that's changed is the right hand currently. Now we're up to Your Mum's Ring in Your Pocket. We're going to play the full chord in the right hand this time of the C major. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then when we go to the G, we're just going to play the C again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the A minor, we're going to stay on the C, but this time we're going to play the octave in the left hand. So rather than playing the E with the thumb, we're going to play the A with the thumb. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now the F, we're going to play the full chord in our right hand. We're not going to add the C now. We're just going to play the 2 Fs. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that chorus goes 3, 4. Dropped your hand while dancing, left you out there standing, crestfallen on the landing, champagne problems. Your mum's ring in your pocket, my picture in your wallet. Your heart was glass, I dropped it, champagne problems. It takes us to the little interlude before the second verse. We're going to start with the full C major chord. In the first bar, we're going to play 2 of them, 1 and 2 and. On beat 3 in the right hand, we're going to play C and F, 3 and then we're going to go C and G, 4 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Move to the G, left hand stays the same. 1 and, so that's a C and an F in the right hand. 2 and C and a G. And then we're going to go 3 and 4 and in the right hand. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. A minor octaves in the left hand. Just the single note C in the right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's C, D, E on 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and C, D, E. And then we're just going to play octaves again in the left hand and only C's in the right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that interlude goes 3, 4, C, full chord, F, G, F, G, C, 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 D, E, just C's. Second verse is very similar. The only difference is in the A minor, we're going to play octaves in the left hand, and the F, we're just going to play octaves. So it goes, you told your family for a reason, you couldn't keep it in. We're going to repeat that. Your sister splashed out on the bottle, now no one's celebrating. One tiny change on the last bar, which is that the F, the voicing of the chord, is 1 step higher. So our thumb is now on middle C, middle finger on F, and top finger, little finger on A. That's on celebrating. No one's celebrating. That takes us into the second chorus. Second chorus, we're going to start with the single note C's in the right hand. Don't Perignon, you brought it. Then, when we go to the G, we're now just going to play a D in the right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Go to the A minor, we'll do the usual A minor chord with an octave in the left hand. Your hometown skeptics called it. And then we'll do the same voicing that we did at the end of the second verse with the right hand and an octave in the left hand. So thumb on middle C, F and A. Champagne problems. Then full chord of C. You heard a speech, just full chord of G. Full chord of A minor, but octaves in the left hand. I couldn't give a reason. Then the higher voicing of F with octaves. Champagne problems. And at the very end, it's just a C and a G, which takes us into the instrumental. And then we're back to C there. At the beginning of the instrumental, the vocal's going, that's that floaty vocal thing going on. So we're back to what we're playing in the verses. So full chord, 1 and 2 and 3, C major, then G and 2 and 3 and 4. A minor with octave in the left hand, 1 and 2 and 3. Now the right hand is going to move to a G at the top of the chord. C and A keep C and E keeping the same, 3 and 4 and on the and it's just a C and an F. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we go to the F major chord, octave in the left hand, lower voicing in the right hand, so little finger on F. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and in the second half of the instrumental it's all C's in the right hand. And we're into the middle 8. The middle 8 is you might as touch on the Chevy door. We're going to go back to the chords as we do in the second verse with the higher voicing in the F. And that repeats around 4 times for this. When we get to the second half, I'll show you what changes in the F, but other than that, everything's the same. 3, 4, C major. You might as touch on the Chevy, G major. November flushed and you A minor. The storm was once in my F with higher voicing, and it's made for me how C major, evergreen, our group of friends. Don't think we'll say that word at A minor. Soon I'll have the nerve to F, high voicing halls that we once walked through. 1 for the money, 2 for the show. So we're repeating the same figure. Watched you go. Times I just don't know the answer. F, high voicing. Then on this beat 3, we're just going to play C and G, 3 and 4 and. So it's to someone's on their knees and ask you. And then back to normal C major. She would have made such a lovely bride. What a shame she's stay on the G major, then A minor. The real thing instead. And then we're going to play the same as we did on the F. F major, then C and G on beat 3 and 4. Patched up your tapestry that I shred. That takes us to the third chorus. Third chorus, we're going to play, start with just C's on the right hand. 1 and hold your hand while dancing. Stay on the C. Octave in the left hand, on the left, 2, 3 and 4 and, that's a D and an E. With champagne problems, then back to a note, just a C. Your mom's ringing your, stay on the C. Her picture in your wallet, stay on the C. Octave left hand, and the same. Champagne problems. That takes us to the outro. We're going to carry on the same, just C's in the right hand and the octaves in the left hand apart from the C. So 1 and 2, move to a G, but keep the single note. Then the A minor, you won't, this is when the last line of the vocal, you won't remember, so the right hand's going to do a little movement, C, D, E, C. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then just the C again. Champagne problems. We repeat those 4 bars without the movement on the A minor chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now the left hand on this very last time round is going to play some chords. So on the G, we're going to play a D with our little finger, a G with our index finger, and we're going to play a B with our thumb, which is going to do the repetitive rhythm on the beat. The right hand's going to stay on C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. When we get to the A minor, we're going to play octave A's, and we're going to play the E with our index finger, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the thumb is pulsing on the A. Same as what we did in the intro. If it's too difficult to add that finger, just play octaves. If it's too difficult to add the octave, just play the single note of the A. Then when it goes to the F, we're going to play a C with our little finger, F with our index, and that A with the thumb stays there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And on the 4 and the and, we're going to play D and E in the right hand as we slow down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's play that outro up to there before we do that little chord at the end. So we've gone champagne problems, single notes. The vocal's going to come in. You won't remember all my champagne problems. Higher voicings now in the left hand with chords. Then we're going to slow down on this bar. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so you keep the pedal down. And then the right hand, if you put your thumb on the G below middle C, middle finger on middle C, fourth finger on D, and fifth finger on E, you're going to play G, E. Your left hand's going to be ready on the C with your thumb. And you're going to just do a rundown, 5, 4, 3, 1, C. You're going to put the pedal on for the G and the E, and then you're going to take the pedal off. And then you're going to go up and down. So G, C, D, E, D, C, G, and then you're going to go C, C in the left hand. So you're going to end on that lower octave. So that last bit goes G, C, and then run down, run up, and down. So like I said at the beginning, there's a whole play-along video where the sheet music is. You can play along with what I've taught you in this video. Thank you.